Y'all know what it is, man. Big Keys, not the little one, man. Today we talking about dark melodic Detroit loops, man. That's what we getting into. And before we get into it, man, I gotta let y'all know that my brand new loop kit, Trench Diamonds, just dropped. Make sure y'all go and grab that, and this loop is going to be available in that kit as well. Go grab it, man. Link in the description, the pinned comments and all that. I really made this loop with like 4 sounds. Starting off, SRX piano. Y'all probably seen everybody use this before. I went to the EP Grand preset. I laid this progression down right here. Actually, you know what though? Let me take a step back, because a lot of the times what will happen is I'll make up a whole pattern with like everything on it. So like this right here, this is actually what I made. It was that same progression, but then I had this top line on here. You know what I mean? A lot of times the reason why I do it like that is because it's easier to kind of make everything at once and then split it up. So that's actually what I did. Like on this part right here, it doesn't have the top line. This one has everything, and then this one is just a top line by itself, and I put the low piano on a different pattern. Kind of getting into the progression itself, I really started with this low piano down here, the doom, doom, doom. I feel like that kind of bounce is very like standard with like Detroit beats, West Coast beats. You know what I'm saying? That kind of vibe. So next thing that I did was add this little playful little melody on the beginning. I guess the best way I can explain it is just kind of like following your ear. Like, I think those are the first 3 notes I laid, and then, you know, I'm just hearing like, you know what I'm saying? Like kind of just hearing what would bounce well off of that. And once I made that, you know, the first part of the pattern, I just repeated that a bunch of times. It's okay to be repetitive. I mean, repetitive hooks in music is what gets sold. You know, repetitive patterns in music on the production side is what goes best for the artist, for the listener. In Detroit beats, repetition is like pretty common, like the piano melodies, the bass, drums, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like there's not really a lot of switching up for real, unless it's like on the you know, the 808 pattern or something like that. So that was the only thing I did on that one. On the processing, really just an EQ on there. I really like that electric piano on that SRX, because you really don't have to do too much shit. Boom. All right, going into the next thing was the pads. In Detroit type beats, I try to do like kind of lighter, airier pads to kind of just like fill in the space on the back, like the higher frequencies. So on this one, I think it was just yeah, regular Omnisphere, like stock shit, no real sauce or anything, but this is the pattern that we came up with for this one. Literally just a copy of those notes, those like middle notes from the keys. Usually I use this this harp right here. This is the most fire harp of all harps, the Elysium harp. That one's crazy, man. Y'all go check into that if y'all haven't. This is the melody I laid for this harp right here. Same thing, kind of just a copy of the melody that we had already going. Kind of like a call and response, you know? And then lastly, man, I don't even know where this bass is from. Probably like one of those Detroit kits as well. But I took this bass right here, basically just like a one shot stab bass, and I laid this pattern right here. Punchy. It's dope to have those real kind of punchy basses on the Moog basses. Kind of make it punch more on the mids, like the higher mids. You'll be in there. I swear, as far as processing goes, bro, I really did not do nothing on here. EQ, on the pads I did a little bit of reverb, some more EQ. Literally didn't put anything on the bass, which I probably should have, but whatever. This is just like a little one shot on the one. It's just a gun sound. And then I got the harps, man. I just same thing EQ'd on there. I mean, y'all already heard the beginning, man. I'm about to show y'all what y'all can do with this kit. Let's flip this sample and turn it into something. I like to play with the loops, man. I don't just like to throw loops in and cook, but that's what these are made to do. So don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, you ain't gotta even do all that. Hey, real quick, before we get back into the video, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate you helping me grow the channel. Let's get into it. Let's put that crystalline on here, man. Rocking, yo. I ain't even gonna think too much on it. Let's just get into the drums, man. Yeah. We back, man. It's a new day. I ain't gonna lie, cause This what happened. Tell me why when I'm making this beat, because I'm using my headphones, not the monitors, for some reason the 808 I used sounded on key to me and it was off key. After I'm done with the video, I'm like, bro, I can't post this, but I can't not post this because it's too hard of a beat. So I gotta break these drums down for y'all how I did it with the right 808, and then I'm gonna show y'all how I flipped it, if you feel what I'm saying. All right, so boom, man, getting into these drums, man. All right, first thing we did for the drums, man, I went and laid down the 808 and the kick together. For the 808, I use this 808 right here from Integra Sound. I'm not really sure. I think I just got this kit online or something like that. This is what my 808 pattern sounded like at first. I think the things that make this hard for real is obviously the 4 count in the beginning. That always goes crazy, you know what I'm saying? Dropping your 808 notes a little bit in between to kind of like give it some more bounce, if you feel what I'm saying. I've been, for some reason, making sounds fall a lot. So like this little pattern right here, like playing with the velocity. I thought that was so dope. It sounds really dope when you take the drums out right there and kind of like build it back up. So I did that build up with the 808 roll right here. You know what I'm saying? That little doom doom doom. You know what I mean? That's hard, bro. So yeah, then I just took the kicks. I laid the kicks down and just took out the ones that, you know, don't really make sense. All right, boom. So then getting into the other drums, we got our snares. I laid down 2 snares to kind of like give it like some more hit. On these though, I kind of just added rolls where it felt good. I wanted to kind of have one coming into the drum pattern because I thought it would kind of sound dope as like a little fill, you know what I mean? And on this part right here, where there's that drop that I did on the 808, kind of did some playful little rolls on the snares too. You know what I mean? Kind of like doing like a little triplet on top with some rolls here, and then the little falling type pattern at the end. On the hats, just a little two-step pattern on both of those so far together. This is like the house, like the foundation of the beat is your kick, your snare, not really even your hats for real, mostly just your kick, your snare, and your bass. You know what I'm saying? Once you have like, that's drums right there, right? So now we're just kind of filling in things that we want. I added like this little breath sound, little old like trap sound, you know what I mean? And added another one, kind of call and response in the back. This classic sound right here, I love this sound. I don't even know where this is. Actually, I do. This is from the Young Jeezy TM 101 album, bro. That's the first time I heard this sound. This is a crazy, that little, like, I don't know where they got that from. Probably like a little 808 joint or something like that. But that sound, and then obviously your zap and your rim shots. So if y'all know, like on Vezo's beats, a lot of the times they have like those, and they kind of do it on Bossman D-Lo's beats too. But the rim shot and the zaps, or it'll be one or the other, maybe together. On this beat, I did them together, and I kind of did those. You do them at the beginning, so it'll be like, dum 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 dum, digga digga digga. You know what I'm saying? Like, so after your bass, then comes the perks. You know what I'm saying? So everything kind of just hitting together. And then the last things to really set this beat off for real was the open hats. Those are super important. I like to layer mine, so I use 2 on this beat. Usually I like to make them like really kind of short and like sharp sounding, but on this beat, because it's kind of more of a trap style joint, the release is a little bit longer and they're kind of a little bit fatter. You know what I'm saying? And I just kind of let mine hit the same way the 808 does, and maybe here and there I'll like fill something in, or you know what I mean? Kind of just depends on the beat. And then lastly is really just adding like more impact and texture. I added these stomps right here, and then I added this bird sound effect, a couple more lasers. Obviously we gotta have our riser. One of my favorite risers is the race car joint, so I added that in kind of like as a little transition sound. This is low-key one of my favorite beats I made this year. we did it, man. That's how I did it. That's how I does it. And that's how I would do it. Feel me? Make sure y'all tap into the kit, man, if you haven't already. This loop is available in the Trench Diamonds kit, brother. Trench Diamonds out right now. It's a free version if you don't have the bread to pay it. It's only $5. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying that like I woke up every day with $5, because I didn't. You know what I'm saying? There was days I didn't wake up with 5 cents, bro. But I'm gonna keep it a buck. If you need the free version, tap in. You still get some. Go fuck with me on the kit. It's crazy. And I got another one coming soon. I'm going crazy with the kits this year. What else can I say? Big Key's not the little one, man. Much love. You did. Bye.